Hey everyone, tonight we're diving into a whimsical love journey. Come see the drama between Mary and the Doctor. Mary wore an expression of puppy love, and the Doctor sensed her odd behavior, worrying silently as memories of poet Alexander's verses danced in her mind. Mary leaned into the Doctor and kissed her by accident, then felt endless remorse, so impulsive. The Doctor knew, but she was married. Ethical boundaries couldn't be crossed. Yet Mary still wanted to comfort her tonight. Funny enough, everything downstairs turned into her house poetry. She was determined not to let this strange feeling bother her tonight, but she still wanted to comfort her tonight. Downstairs, her poetic scene clashed with her secret, and the Doctor's wife swooped in like a surprise guest. The Doctor's betrayal was caught by the wife, while the poetic scene quickly honked the car horn to alert them. The Doctor rushed out to explain her little blunder. The poetic scene took the hit for nothing, with the wife eager for her final explanation. She claimed it was all in the name of work and tried her best to push the blame. The wife couldn't understand why the Doctor was keeping this fate alive and decided to remind Mary that, in fact, she and the Doctor once had a hot romance. On her first day at the clinic, Mary fell for the Doctor but knew it wouldn't work, so she chose to erase those memories. Yet, every time she erased those memories, it was as if sunflowers fell for the sun again. The Doctor returned to her room with a broken heart, leaving Mary alone to all. Mary knew her situation well, but her aloofness kept her from approaching. She searched clinic files for her ex. She dug out a tape from a drawer, and the radio replayed the words she had said before her treatment, the very confession she had never dared to share with the Doctor. Finally, she realized it was all in her head, just like Joel and Clementine meeting at the bookstore in her memory. She no longer fled conflicts. After a few encounters, she found they'd been in love for years. Subtitle: It turns out that their hearts have always been far away from each other, as they were merely drawing out idealized images of themselves, without ever truly stepping into each other's hearts. Joel attempts to mend ties with Clementine, hoping for change. She ignored the question, just wishing Joel'd remember her. Fate would eventually bring them together, and as time rewound, they finally reached the day of their first meeting. It was a sunny day in Montauk. The wind was wild enough to send Clementine's hair flying, but her stunning beauty still captured Mary's attention. She wore orange, her vivid green hair stood out. She approached Joel and took her chicken leg without asking. Subtitles: Now, the way they are acting is just like a couple, and Mary thought, wow, this truly resembles my daughter. An indescribable feeling surfaced, like that impulse my daughter has. Subtitles: This is not merely a childish whim. The puppy I loved most in my childhood was my Joker's dog. I truly think your name is incredibly wonderful. Subtitles: That's it then, Z-Pang. I'll be leaving soon. I know, but what are we going to do? Just enjoy it. This is a topic he'll never escape in his lifetime. But all it did was lose a bit of shame. Everyone feared that one more glimpse of Clementine would make them want to stick around. Clementine called out to bid farewell, their cheeks brushed lightly, and she invited him to meet in Montauk. As the train passed through many scenes, love stories from the outside seemed to sprinkle on the seats. That night felt extraordinarily long. Time had become a precious commodity. The Doctor and Stan finally finished the operation. This time, Joel completely forgot about Clementine. Waking up felt like he'd just had an extremely lengthy dream. Life remained dull and monotonous. The only change was that chilling sensation. He discovered his car had a scratch. He thought it a neighbor's prank and left a note. Then, waiting at the station, a thought crossed his mind. That thought urged him to flee the station. He asked for leave and made a mad dash for the elevator, barely making the train at the last second. He found himself at Montauk Beach without a clue about what it all meant, just enjoying the waves sparkling on the sea. When bored, he jotted feelings on steps, tossed a pebble, and saw the orange-clad girl approaching. Bingo! It was none other than Clementine, who had just split with the Pie District guy. The moment Joel laid eyes on her, his heart went thump-thump. At that moment, his insecurity curbed his desires. They dined at the same restaurant, and Clementine noticed his furtive glances. Love's gaze was impossible to disguise. Clementine took the initiative to chat, transitioning from work talk to leisurely banter with Joel laughed heartily, as if longing for such carefree ease. Clementine swept into his life like a whirlwind, altering all. The train passengers became the backdrop as Clementine's mood appeared gloomy, quite an obvious signal. But Joel hesitated to be brave. They got off at the final stop and met Clementine again on the way home. He invited her for a ride, and the atmosphere was palpable. Clementine asked him up for drinks, which she had mixed exceptionally well. They sat so close they could practically hear each other's heartbeats. Clementine invited him to the Montauk Ice the next night, hoping to keep him there. Due to next day's work, Joel agreed to go to Montauk with her. Clementine asked him to call upon return. The boy's heart raced with every sweet nothings exchanged, and they reached the ice, enjoying their special moment together until dawn. Joel had never seen anyone like Clementine before. When she suggested staying at his place, he eagerly agreed. While packing, he casually took the Forgetful Clinics tape, which contained recordings of his conversations before the memory erasure. It turned out that on the night Mary lost her love, he had been engulfed in self-doubt. He was curious about how many memory erasure surgeries he had actually gone through. Joel was still trying to recover from the chaos when he bumped into the Pie District guy, yet he remained unbothered about chatting with anyone else. Enjoying the journey? Don't forget to subscribe now.